Aloha, my loves. Helena Das here, and I am excited to be bringing you episode number 2 of Mani Mondays. And it is also extra exciting because we have the equinox going on today. And just as a side note, the gateway that opens up today with the equinox is really potent. So I hope you'll take some time and tune in and really practice your your co-creative alchemy, if you will, which is being really supported with the specific energies that are in play today, where we have equal amounts of darkness and light, yin and yang, masculine and feminine. Everything is in balance and harmony, and we can much easier access this this still point, or this place, the cosmic womb, if you will, where we can surrender or send our prayers and put in our cosmic order, however you want to look at it, plant those seeds. It is really the midpoint of the astrological year, and so setting those intentions for the rest of the year for sure and beyond, today's a really potent and powerful time to do so. So that being said, on the topic of alchemy, today I was inspired to kind of get back to basics and share with you my simple, not necessarily easy, but simple 3-step process, or the ABCs of alchemy, as I often like to refer to it. So this process is something that I have, realized without I didn't realize I was doing it early on, but in my own personal healing journey and the clients I've worked with over the years, I, started to notice this 3-step process, if you will, of, starting to really shape shift my reality and or theirs, supporting them with theirs, regardless of the specific tool that I was using. And the tool might have been anything from, quantum access, the motion codes, to tapping, whatever it was. I have a overflowing medicine bag. But that being said, this overall 3-step process was sort of like a common theme or thread, and I was really found it helpful to put it in this format to just assist in the big picture. Okay, and so the ABCs of alchemy. So first off, let's talk about alchemy. Alchemy being the process of taking a base metal like lead and turning it into gold. That's the more traditional definition. In the spiritual application, the way that I look at it is really, how do we make lemonade out of lemons? How do we unearth the gifts in any given, challenge, obstacle, or stressful situation? How do we mine and find the gold in our, in life's challenges, right? And so for me, the 3-step process that I noticed that I was doing over and over again boiled down to these 3 steps. So, and again, I call them the ABCs. So the A is the awareness piece, right? If we want to create change, we have to expand our awareness. That's the first step. And as we expand our awareness and gather information around, this baseline, right? This lead, if you will, this base metal, then we have something to work with. So for example, let's use a trigger. I often like to say our triggers are our treasures. If we notice that we're getting triggered, if we just stop and pull back and just start getting curious and gathering the information, what is the emotion that's coming up for us? Is there a particular, belief or pattern that we're recognizing? Just get curious and ask, is there something going on in our bodies at the time? gather all the information that you can. There's no right or wrong way of doing this, and just, do like an assessment. Be a detective, do an assessment and have your baseline information. And something I love to do, which I learned from my tapping days, is just like, rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of intensity, or intensity or pain or whatever applies. But how intense is this trigger, to use that as an example, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how intensely am I feeling, the anger or the frustration that is going along with this particular trigger? And give yourself that baseline to work with. Next, the second step is to simply be with that thing, be with that trigger, be with that challenge, be with the emotions that are coming up, or the pain, the physical pain or discomfort in your body. Just be with it. Don't judge it. Don't try to fix it. What we resist persists. So and even more than be with it from a neutral place of compassion and unconditional love, befriend it. Like, again, say hello, get curious, maybe give it a hug, send it some love, whatever, resonates, but be with it. And especially bringing in, the other B's, your breath, and your body wisdom. Again, see if you can connect what your body might be trying to tell you around this particular situation, and also notice your breath. And as you intentionally tune into your breath, you can often shift things as well. So that's the second step. And the third and final step is the C of the ABCs of alchemy is, and I have quite a few C's here. They are to actually, circle back to your original assessment, and okay, after you spent some time being present and being with and befriending, that trigger, again, to use it as an example, now when we circle back, what is that intensity now? Has it shifted? Has the number come down a little bit? Do you notice yourself feeling, less of a charge? Maybe not, maybe so. Maybe, you need to add in other tools. But again, this is just the getting down to basics. So just notice, circle back and check in and see where you're at as compared to where you were in the beginning. And then there's this commitment to cultivating this practice, building this muscle so that you can start choosing differently, making a different choice. And this over time, and sometimes very quickly, will assist you in, I like to say, uplifting and shape-shifting your reality, being that change. Okay, and that is, for me, the three, magical steps of co-creative alchemy. And again, we can go deeper, and there's a lot to play with there, but I just wanted to share that 3-step process. And so with that, again, I mentioned today we have the equinox, and we've got these beautiful Libra, 0-point Libra energies, bringing the scales of balance, of equilibrium, of justice. These energies are here, and I have a special gift in an audio form so that you can really tune in and get present for you. It's an equinox meditation prayer that came through this morning earlier just for you, from my heart to yours. And so I hope you'll tune in to it today, and again access this beautiful equinox gateway. So with that, I hope you found this helpful. If you have any thoughts or questions, I'd love to hear. Please feel free to share. And, until next time, I love you. Namaste.